look at the class. Thank you. Look at the title.
The pet that walks on the ground.
Okay, stop. Look at the picture. Look at the visual itself. What is the color of the visual?
Natural colors. Natural colors.
Natural colors.
Nature. It's forest color.
Colors like wood, leaves.
It's the ground. What is another word for an animal which is in its natural place? What do you call that?
Habitat.
It's in its habitat. That's why. Yeah, that's why it is in a dark place. Thank you. Right, class. Who has written the story?
Marlene Billings.
Right. What comes to your mind when you think look at the title, the bat that walks on the ground?
I think
That was no
bats
wings.
cannot fly, but can only walk on the ground.
Is it a fiction or a non-fiction?
Non-fiction.
Right. So in a non-fiction, a text like this, what are we looking for?
Facts.
About right. Now let us look at the font sizes here on page 24.
Oh,
Have you seen it? Why is the font in what and why is some writing at the bottom in a different style? Can anybody explain to me?
because it tells another way. It tells facts about the bat and what it looks like.
Why is the font in bold?
That's because it's talking about the bat.
It's talking about the bat. It's related to the topic which we are going to do. This is called topic. This is called subtopics. So subtopic under the bat that walks on the ground is some below this, right? I want to leave this picture here and leave this. Let's go and look at our learning intention. What is our learning intention, class?
Find out
Information facts about we are going to use the structure of a non-fiction text to find information.
Thank you. Why haven't I completed here about what?
Because it can be about anything.
It can be about anything. We can use this structure to find information in any text. Anything which we read which has information class, we can use this. The structure of a non-fiction finding information text is that class. We have what? Success criteria. When are we going to be successful? Use the
title,
Subheadings for information. Topic
sentences for information, visual and keywords.
What I'm thinking, class, when I went through this article, I thought, oh, this is a good one about a bat which is not so much common. So when I looked, class, I thought, oh, these are the words maybe my students are going to find hard from the passage. So I looked at this one. I don't want you to say this one, this one, this one, this, all these words within the text. But class, let us link this topic to our prior knowledge. What is the meaning of prior knowledge?
your knowledge from your head.
Something you know. You already know.
Something which you know already about, something you know. Right, how many of you know about bats?
They can fly, they can see in the dark, and they can see and they can see in the dark.
They sleep in the morning.
I know there's a bat.
They sleep upside down.
Yes. One particular thing which you mentioned, Norton, is what?
They sleep upside down.
Yeah, they sleep upside down. What is the difference between a bat sleeping upside down and a hen sleeping on her chicken pen, or we say pen, right? Right.
Because bats have claws where they can hang on.
That's one reason. That's a good reason. Anybody can tell me why?
So the blood can keep to its ear.
But what if there's a chicken sitting down and brooding and sleeping at night? Then what happens? She sits down perfectly like this, spreads her feathers like that, and she sits down.
Because the bed needs to heal.
Okay, good. Right, class. So what is the difference between the other beds and this bed?
This bed can't fall on the ground. This bed is a ground.
Okay, I'm going to show you visuals of beds. Look at this one, class. Can you see a bed here with 4, 1, 2, 3 and another one in front here, class? 4. And can you count 4 here? Can you see the bed here? 1, 2, 3, 4. The front legs of a bed is called forelegs. F-O-R-E-L-E-G-S. And the back leg is called the hind legs. Let us see in the passage we get hind legs or forelegs or no. Okay? So this is a visual of a bed which can walk on the ground. We know about beds which only fly. When do the beds fly?
At night.
Why do they fly at night?
Because there's no bigger animals to hunt them.
They can see in the
But they
night.
can't see at day because it's too bright.
Yeah, too bright for their eyes to absorb light. Absorb means pull it, right? Right, class. Let's read all of silent reading. Once you have finished your reading, put your thumb down. Let us read about the big font. Have you heard? Silent. Thank you. What comes to your mind after reading this one? The Norton?
People think it's a rat, but it's a bat because it doesn't have a tail.
Right. Paku?
It looks like a mouse.
They look like mouse, yes. Anything, Anastasia? It looks more like a mouse than a bat, yes or no?
Yes.
Why they are comparing a mouse to a bat?
Because of the mouse walks skin.
The mouse works. It works on 4 legs and this bed is working on 4 legs. That's the comparison. Right. So it acts like one. I'm going to start the second paragraph and then I'll ask individual people to read. Millions of years ago, New Zealand became a separate group of islands. What in that sentence makes you think that New Zealand was part of something?
It got to be a whole island, but then it's separated into separate pieces.
Okay, it's separated into separate pieces. Can anybody tell me why did it separate? Norton, can we all distribute the? Can you give other people chance to talk? Dayton, what makes you think that it was something in a park and now it has gone alone? It was part of something. What was it part of?
The dinosaur world.
It was a dinosaur world. Right, he's trying to think. Can anybody tell me more about them? Millions of years ago. Millions. Even to count million, it takes you time. So millions of years ago, what was New Zealand? Prior knowledge.
It was a
Can you
whole
remember
island.
when I told you that when it started, it was a ball of dust. Then it separated into 2 parts, Pangaea and it was whole thing was Pangaea. Then I said Laurasia and Gondwana. Yes or no? Yes. So it separated from Gondwana. Maybe it was part of Australia. We don't know. What helped that New Zealand separated? What was the movement under the air?
Tectonic plates.
Good boy. Tectonic plates was the one. Right. Dayton, the second line, the animals.
The animals and birds that were living here were cut off from the rest of the world.
Okay, rest of the world. Primo?
Every time they evolved to suit the environment.
Evolve is one word which is on the board. Right. Kalolo?
As a result, many creatures in New Zealand are not found anywhere else in the world.
What is right? Anastasia?
There's a short-tailed bat is one of them.
Right. So in that paragraph, what is the most important or the main idea in the second paragraph?
It's talking about birds. Oh, the birds are caught from the race.
Cut off from the race.
What is this topic about?
About the world. About the world and
Is this
oversight.
topic about the world here? If you look at the title.
Millions of years ago.
Again, come back to the title. Come back.
Right.
Right. Read the last line.
There's a short-tailed
That is one of them.
Right. So it links. This paragraph links with the picture and the main idea. Because of separation, this is the only place in the world that this lesser short-tailed bat is found. Right. Come here, class. Come here. Right, come here. Let's go back to our learning intention again. To find out information and facts about the what? Bat. Every time you read a text, even in your e-reading paper, you always refer to the main idea. There are so many relevant ideas, so many irrelevant. What is the meaning of relevant? I said there are so many relevant ideas, there are so many irrelevant.
So many ideas.
So many ideas. So which one are the best ones? Which are the good ones? The main idea. Don't worry about the other things. You may worry about the title, the bed. Right. Let's look at the visual on the other page. What word there makes you realize that this bed can walk on the ground, plus it can climb up trees?
Because it has claws.
Can you see a claw in the picture?
Yes, but a wing in the middle with a finger.
What does the claw do?
It has trees around the floor.
Yeah, Kalolo?
helps them to climb trees and dig.
Yeah. What else would the claw be necessary for?
For climbing trees, digging its holes,
Digging holes.
killing its insects.
Well done. Killing its insects. Which other animal have you seen which uses its claws to kill the insect?
The cat family.
The cat family. But this is a mouse one. Okay, right. The little bird. There is a word there which starts with S.
Scuttles.
Right. We don't use the dictionary. We read forward and backwards to find the meaning. Okay, everybody read that together. This little bird.
Scuttles about the forest.
Okay, we'll read the outline.
We are learning to make connections when we read to help us understand the text.
Very good. So when you're reading, what does it mean to make connections? When you're reading.
So you knew what the book is about?
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing when you make connections, when you read the book? When you're reading, you're making connections. What are you doing?
Look for words, or you look for new information.
Yeah, that's part of it.
You read the book and you write down what you're reading about it.
Yes, that's what you're, yeah. But when I say make connections when you read, what does that mean to make connections?
Make connections with the book.
Yep, the book and what else?
Make connection from the book.
With what?
What we made and something that we never knew before.
Okay.
Put in the new information.
So, anyone know what the word connections comes from?
It comes from making.
Kind of. Okay, have a look at this word connections. Yep, someone just said it. What did he?
Connecting.
Connect. What does it mean to connect?
There's something put it together.
Put it together. Okay.
Make a
so
sentence.
look, this lead, the pen, we're
Connecting.
connecting it. So when you read and you are connecting, making connections, what are you putting together?
With the words. Connect your words with the book.
With
Or you connect the book with yourself.
oh, very good. Give him a clap. Yeah. So you know lots of stuff. When you read, you are connecting what you're reading about with the stuff you already know. So if you're reading about, what's a book we've read? The three little bears. So when you're reading about it, and you go, oh, look at the three little bears, and Goldilocks and the three little bears, what I'm talking about. And then Goldilocks starts eating honey. If you've tasted honey before, you make connections. You go, oh, honey, I know what that's like. So that's what it means by making connections. So when we read the book today, what are we reading today?
BMX.
Everything in there that you read about, you're making connections with stuff you already know. Hey, before we start on the what we know part, write down what do you already know. No, we're not going to open the book. What do you already know about BMX? Ollie, what do you already know about BMX?
I know that it's cycle.
No, you're telling me. You put it into a hand there.
Yeah.
Another broom.
It's good.
Yeah, never mind.
Balance.
Put down what you already know about BMX. Yeah, anybody want to read out what they wrote?
Yeah.
Okay, son.
I think it's about our champion.
Okay, what we know. That's what do you know about BMX, not what you think the book's about.
Oh,
What do you already know about it? Holly, what do you already know about BMX?
I knew that BMX is that kids had to race in the bike.
What do you already know, Lonnie?
That it's a bike that can change gear.
Yep, sometimes. Okay, we'll start. Page 2.
It's to
Anybody want to read it?
me.
Okay, you were first, Lolly.
Brother Ben used to race his BMX bike one day. I thought I would give it a go. I was 5.5. That's how I got started.
No, just stop there. Okay, new info. Anybody learn anything new by that one page?
His name was Ben.
Yep.
His brother Ben.
Yep, but we've all heard the name Ben before.
Yeah.
What else there that you're learning for the first time?
The BMX bike.
Yeah. Anything new there? How old was he when he got started?
5.5.
Do you guys already know that BMX people start at that age? Or younger?
Nope.
That's new for me. You can write it down. That's pretty young. That's like new entrants. I didn't know they had BMX bikes for new entrants. That you can start BMX racing at 5 years old. Very good. Now let's make a connection. A kid that starts riding the bike at 5 years old, does that remind you of anything or any other crazy things? 5-year-olds, what they do? Does it make you think of anything?
I think like when they start when the 5 years old they make it.
Okay, yeah, very good. You can write that down. Might get hurt. Because have you seen 5-year-olds get hurt?
Yes. Some.
Heaps of times.
Okay. Oh, write that down. 4 connections. 5-year-olds might get hurt.
Some 5-year-old might get finished.
There. And see, you've done 1 page. You've done the first one. You've done what we know, new info, and you've made a connection. What we know, the new info. Oh, 5 years old.
Oh,
And you made a connection. Oh, 5-year-olds get hurt all the time because they can't even ride a bike. Do you know anyone that can ride a bike that's 5?
Brother. Yeah.
brother.
See, those are other connections you can write down. My brother can ride at 5 years old.
Oh.
Anything that it reminds you of.
Hurt.
H-U-R-T. Hurt. Hurt. Okay, Sonny, I want you to read the second page.
At 8, I was a world champion. Now I'm 11, and it's hard to stay at the top. It gets
Nearly there. You've got the first part.
tougher as you get older.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Any new information you learned there? What's the first sentence?
It gets tougher. At 8, she was
I was
champion. Well, what is that telling you? What's the new information there?
like she's like the winner out of everything. She was the first winner.
She was
she
8 years old. She was a world champion. You can be a world champion at any age.
Very good. Did you hear that? He said you can be a world champion at any age. Because, you know, not many people know that 8 years old there are world champions. Okay, write that down, Lola. You guys can write it down too.
New information.
Because I bet you before that, you didn't know that there are world champions at BMX at 8 years old.
Can be champion.
It's very good how your writing's gone faster this year.
Finish. Champion.
World champion.
Any other new information?
It gets hot. Like it gets when you're like on the top, when you're at the top.
Is that new? Did you already know that, or is that something new, or something you already know? Okay, so in the what I already know, put it in that part. You already yes, put it in that part. It's hard when you're at the top to stay at the top.
When you are at the top.
Now, her being a world champion at 8 years old, does that make you think of anything or remind you of anything? Her being a world champion at 8 years old, does that remind you of anything? Oh, we have to stop. We've done this before, we have to stop now.
groß. Das
So can we do this last week?